Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to Madden 18 on EA Sports. The winding road to the Super Bowl continues here in the divisional round, where two teams look to take another step towards the Super Bowl. It's the Panthers going up against the Saints.
From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game, as we've got a great one in store between the Carolina Panthers and the New Orleans Saints. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. They go play action here on first down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And even 20 yards and a first down on the game's very first play. Stepping up, he'll try and run. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives them a new set of downs. Back to throw now on first down. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. And now he'll tuck it and run. Give him 4 yards as he does it himself, and it's a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A great play there. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Saints have taken the early lead. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Second down, 9 yards to go. Looking to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fuller. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Fuller brings it in over the middle. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
On second down, it's Bell. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. He'll drop to throw. And able to find Conley. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Now a first down carry by Bell. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Mike Zimmer's made his decision, and that decision is to try and go for this thing on fourth down. Back to throw. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Mike Zimmer got to be unhappy with how that turned out. And the Saints will have the football back.
Everyone gears up for third down, talks about the importance of it. But fourth down, that's truly the moment of truth play, isn't it?
Everything's dialed up a little bit more. You know, it's such a momentum play, isn't it?
Absolutely, because it can flip either way depending on who converts on fourth down.
And he's brought down after a good gain. He got 29 yards that time. They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he is
keep going, bro.
Inside the 35. Give him 30 yards there.
The best passing attacks in the NFL often incorporate the guys out of the backfield catching the football. And that's what we just got on that play. As a primary receiver, not always just a check down, not always a safety valve. Sometimes they just get it to them right away because they have the matchup advantage.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside. The 20. The Saints put up 29 points a game last year, second only to the Falcons, and they're in range to get some points on this drive as well. 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Tyreek Hill from 17 yards out. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. Again, it's Bell. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. Here's a give to Bell running left. Ooh, with a juke. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. This is Bell. And despite the good footwork, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. He'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Fuller. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One of the feature points of the end route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he gets his receiver hit and hit hard.
And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. It finds his target, Fuller. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Give him 9 on the play. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks.
Watch it now, Barney. Here we go now. 3-19.
A give to Bell. Fighting him off. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
They'll go again with Bell. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other bats in the league.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. After the penalty, it's Bell. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Not an ideal spot to be on 1st down, but I love that the play call did not immediately abandon the running game and say, okay, we've got to throw it in order to pick it up. Stayed with the run, was rewarded with a big-time pickup, Now they're in second and manageable.
The give is to Bell. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up first and goal.
Running game's played a huge part in getting him down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
And he's going to ball his way in for a Panther score. Le'Veon Bell, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers are able to get this back within a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Hoping now to get back in the... Brandon Cooks! And Cooks has it over the middle. The 20, 10, 5, touchdown, New Orleans. Brandon Cooks, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Saints are able to strike quickly for 6. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of number...
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great effort there. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Saints add on to their lead. And certainly some credit there for that touchdown goes to the offensive line.
They never get the credit they deserve in the stat sheet, but they are the reason that they got the points. Excellent job up front, clearing the way for the score.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. I'll just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Here's Bell, and he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Now Bell, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the second quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
On third down, here's Bell. Oh, eluding the tackle. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on fourth down. They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Back to throw here. Throw left side complete. That's Fuller. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Fuller. And he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another first down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now a handoff. Running left is Bell. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They got to feel pretty good about that one.
Bell, and some space here. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They'll drop the throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
They'll look to throw here. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession in the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. And they're going to go soft on the corners. They'll set up a throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll make it a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And he's got room. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Throw left side complete. That's Hill. And he's brought down. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. And he'll take this one down to the 36. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now back to throw. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. They'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop it right around the 1. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. And his kick is right through. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. They're going to look to throw. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Von Miller in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. The Panthers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. They'll set up to throw.
Safety!
Daniel Hunter in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long.
Now this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line, and after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to go, and he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Adrian Amos with a pick, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, you start to feel sorry now for the young man throwing the football. This is really turning into a disaster.
Listen, it's baptism. All right, this is almost a rite of passage. This young in the league, go back and find a Hall of Fame quarterback and check their records for their first 2 years, especially if they started the bulk of the games. I'll bet you'll find double-digit interceptions on just about every one of them. They have to learn as they go along.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
But it was stopped on that play. He's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off around the 41. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. There's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. Eluding the press. And no escaping this time as he'll go down.
Oh, are you kidding me?
For a sack. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. They're going to try and run. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, Somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, I mean, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
This is taken at his 4. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator?
Really?
Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
No. Check. Paige Leopard. Detroit. Over.
They go play action here on first down. Looking deep downfield.
Oh, I got burnt.
And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. 62 yards. And the Panthers gain a bit of respectability. They'll look to throw. And this is caught, so they do get the 2. Still a very large deficit, but maybe something to feel a little better about. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 7 yards there on the first down screen play. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. Looking to throw. And on the left side, out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
Oh, he caught it. Just couldn't get the feet down. Couldn't get that toe tap sequence, right? I was ready to call tippy toes if that one was completed.
Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Here we go now. Green 39.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And he's taken down here by the Saints. And the Saints signal for another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The Panthers on third down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 17. And he's got Moncrief. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Second down now after the pass completion. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
Pick!
That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route,
the ball
able
back.
to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Back to throw again, and that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. That's an early touchdown grab for last week's NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was so electric, and they talked about it all week long. Have to try to contain it.
And now for him, being able to focus on the task at hand and not just immediately assume that last week it totally carries over, but you got to like the start that he has, showing those great hands that we've seen from him throughout.
So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. Oh, I think the Panthers have got it. They did. Carolina football. You know, it's interesting. There was not an onside kick recovered the first 7 weeks in 2015. Teams were 0 of 24, Charles, to start the year. Has it gotten harder to recover these onside kicks?
I don't think it's gotten harder, but when you cite stats such as 0 for 24,
that's staggering.
That keeps people from trying it at all.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. That one looks like he'll throw here. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. The Panthers are going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Back to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think someone's going to get in the QB1's ear when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That'd be the second person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, the pick on the opening drive, second drive, not much better.
All right, here we go. Gun! Watch it now, Barney!
He'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And now look at him go. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead. He'll look to throw, and that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
And we're hitting the end of this one, and it looks to probably be the final play.
Watch him now, Barney. Now let's go. Watch him now, Barney. Over.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season. Unfortunately, for the other team, a tough way for it to end.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Saints are winners here as we say so long from New Orleans.